Hello and welcome to week 5. So this week's going to be a little bit different because for the last 8 or 9 days, I really have not done a lot. I had not kept up on posting some shorts. I had written my cornerstone piece for my blog, but I really haven't done much. I just kind of felt this personal resistance because I think I had been going 110 miles an hour for at least 3 months since before the holiday. All of my free time all weekend from morning until I went to bed was focused on trying to figure out how to make my plan to retire and build an online business work that made sense to me. And I think finally in the last week or two, when it all started to come together and I had a plan laid out in front of me, I just needed to start doing that. I could just sit back and relax for a minute. And when I did that, I, first of all, just kind of collapsed with wanting to just rest. But then second of all, I started noticing all the things that I hadn't been doing in my life for the last 3 months. Keeping in touch with people. My house has just gone, downhill. I haven't cleaned in 3 months. It's spring now and I have gardening and yard work to do. And I also work 10 hours, 9 to 10 hours a day on my professional job. And I'm trying to work out and go to Orange Theory, all the things that we're trying to do at our age to keep up, right? Stay healthy, eat healthy, work out, and work full time and trying to build a side business. It's a lot. And it's not realistic to be able to go 100 miles an hour long term. When you're trying to crunch through something, yes, I think it's okay to spend, a whole weekend just nose to the grindstone. I do that all the time. But to do it for 3 months or longer, I think I was expected to hit a wall, and I did. So, but now I'm coming out of it. I have spent a little bit of time, but I'm limiting it. I'm literally not spending 10 hours on the computer trying to figure things out. I'm spending chunks of time to move forward. I have refined my website a little bit. I also found that I needed to go out there and learn a little bit more about WordPress and Elementor and how all the pieces were going to come together. And I have to tell you, everything is a chore because I just purchased Elementor Pro today and I couldn't figure out how to attach it to my WordPress. It didn't show up like it said it was going to. But luckily, things are so accessible. I just had to do a search in AI and I was able to get walked through how to do it and I got it up, but it took me like an hour. So what I've just accepted is that this is going to be a long haul, and that's okay because as long as I keep at it and I keep going, I am going to be building out the roots to my tree. And it's going to be slow, and there's going to be times when it doesn't look like anything's happening. My last video didn't get very many watches. I haven't gotten very many new subscribers in the last week. And yeah, that affects me, but also I need to put in the work. But if I don't have the time that week, I have to accept that I can't, again, this is not a full-time gig yet. I can't wait until I can do this full time because I love it and enjoy it so much. And I want to do other things online. But I also have to remember I'm turning 60 in a few weeks. I am working a full-time job. I'm managing a house. I still have young adults who are depending on me to help sort through life and things like that. And I just have other responsibilities just like you do. We all do. So what I want to say is that the important takeaway is that you hang in there. Even if it was hard for me to step away for a day or two and do nothing. I felt guilty. I felt like I was abandoning my project. But in the end, I realized that it's still waiting there for me. And I'm still just picking up where I left off. And I'm not letting anybody down by not working 24/7 to put out, content. So I will eventually get my blog built out, which is my first dream, is to have an all-inclusive website and blog about helping seniors navigate their older years and get through the system and figure out ways to find solutions to their problems. That is my main goal. And if I write an article, let's say every week, I'd like to write 2, but let's say I do 1 a week, something really good, that's 52 articles in a year. And I'm retiring in 16 months. So by this time next year, I will have a minimum of 52 articles on my website, and those will be monetized. So when I look at it that way, it sounds really great, right? But right now I'm in the beginning part. I just finished my big cornerstone article. I still need to add pictures and make it look pretty on the website. But I also spent a lot of time trying to make the front page prettier too. And literally it just takes time. So what I want to say is to hang in there. The roots are still growing, even if you're not sitting there working and staying up late at night and exhausting yourself. The roots are still growing because you've already put content out there. People are still seeing it. That message is still getting out, and you're going to come back and build on that. So just know when you're working a full-time job and you're starting a new online business from scratch as a beginner, and you're having to learn every step of the way, it's going to take time. And I hope that by watching me get through this slump and then come out in the next week or two, moving a lot faster, getting things done, which I will show you where I'm at with my website and my blog and some other things that I'm doing. And I've also just tried to pay attention to some other people online, people who inspire me, and go out and do some research. I went and looked at some other blogs to see, hey, what do I like to look at? Because then I might want to emulate that myself. So it's not just working on your own thing, but it's also getting the education you need by watching mentors, watching people online that you respect and that you value, and then supporting other people online. See what they're doing, what's working for them. So there's a lot of roads on this journey, and they all take time. So I am here still. I'm hoping the next week I'm going to get some more done. I'm looking forward to it. I still love this path that I'm on, and I look forward to engaging with you and having you follow along and learning the ropes together. So I will see you next week.